Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. It's no secret that holiday makeup time is one of my favorite times of year. I love when we start to see the little holiday makeup releases start to come out, and there are some that have already come out that I've already jumped on. I would consider this to be maybe a part one of several phases, since not everything just drops at once, you know what I mean? But there were some things that I saw coming out and I was just like, I've got to get on this. And I actually had another video planned to sit down and do today, but this all came in the mail like yesterday, an order from Ulta and an order from Sephora, and I was just too excited to not go ahead and try some of the things and talk to you about all of them. So this is going to be really kind of a genuine haul. I mean, I have used a couple of these things today in my look, but I'm not to the point of reviewing anything yet, so that will come. But this is the stuff I'm really interested in. So Too Faced, all right, a mini palette. It's called Forbidden Fruitcake. I had to get this. I had to get this. First off, I love that, you know, typically they go to very sought after desserts and goodies and concepts, you know, with their holiday stuff. Gingerbread. Yeah, nobody's going to argue with that. Pumpkin spice. Cinnamon swirl, you know, it all makes sense. But fruitcake's kind of the butt of a lot of jokes. But I had to get this because, first off, my mom, she actually loves and enjoys fruitcake. I haven't eaten a lot of fruitcake. I think I took a small bite of one. A couple years ago, I remember bringing her this log of fruitcake, and I was like, it's okay. But she would always call me fruitcake. As a kid, she actually probably sometimes calls me fruitcake now, and she also refers to my kids as fruitcakes quite often. So I needed this. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's a pretty basic neutral palette, but you can see they gave the little splash of the greenish color and also the red. And there's actually only 3 shimmers in here. This pink, the champagne-y kind of color, and then this duochromy looking greenish brown. I am wearing this today. I prepped the crease with the browns. I popped some of that greenish color on the lids, although it's kind of overlapping some brown too, so we might not be getting the full effect. My goodness, you guys, I rubbed my eye and my contact came out, and I had to go all the way downstairs and get more contact fluid on it, and then I smeared my mascara, so I had to redo that, and my whole under eye, so woohoo. Maybe I'm cursed by the forbidden fruitcake. I don't know. I just think it's a silly, fun concept, and I'm going to play with this a little more and really get a read on what I think of it. Even though it's an 8 color, smallish looking palette, I expect to get a variety of looks out of this, so it takes me a little time, as you guys know, to figure that out, but I just wanted to say I'm on it. I've got it. Also from Too Faced, I saw they had a Hangover pillow balm set, so this really appealed to me because I actually have a couple of these, the banana and the chocolate scent. Up here I have one of the regular ones, the original kind of semi-coconut scented one downstairs, but I love the feel of these on the lips. They're kind of like a lip gloss format, but they do feel thick and rich and balmy on the lips, kind of cooling actually. Even those scents that I mentioned, they have a refreshing sort of feel, and they're a nice way to kind of prep your lips before you even start doing your makeup. You know, it softens them up, gets them in really good condition for your lip products. And so when I saw there was going to be a 4-pack, there's one of the original scents in here. So this is how big they are. They're little squatty tubes, but they're cute. You get one of the original, and then it was 3 scents that I didn't have. The watermelon, was this one that they made full size? I want to say it was. It smells so good. So good. Love that sweetness there. I haven't tried it on yet, but we'll see if it ends up giving me any bit of a tint. This one, I was trying like crazy last night when I unboxed this to get this open. There. Ooh, I must have had lotion on my hands or something. This one's called Candy Cane Bang. Ooh, oh my gosh. That is super minty. That'll clear your sinuses. And that one really looks like if you swatch it, you're gonna see that on the lips. It looks very pinky, whereas other shades like the banana and the cocoa that I mentioned, they don't really show much. Let me swatch the watermelon just to see. You're probably not gonna see that hardly at all on the lips. It's swatched right there. But there's that Candy Cane Bang, and it actually has some shimmer. And then there's another one called Frost Yourself. I love that packaging. And this is like a shimmery, kind of just sheer shimmer. That tastes sweet and maybe just a little bit minty too. But the reason why I'm really not concerned that much about the colors and whether they show is that I consider these to be kind of like a lip treatment type deal. It's something that has the effect of a balm, and you could put it on before bed, or like I said, before you start your makeup, or you know, just something comfortable to throw on all day. So I really wanted to get that set. And again, full reviews and try-ons with all this stuff coming. That's why I got it. I just was excited and wanted to share. So Tarte, I haven't seen any huge palettes, and same with Too Faced. See, you know that's still coming, is some kind of a big palette situation. And there are other brands where I've seen certain big palettes like teased online and stuff. So again, this is not the extent of holiday makeup, but this is just what's creeping out right now. And I realized Tarte has this set of blushes. It's a 5-pack, and you're getting a highlighter called Fantasy, and then blushes in Charmed, Exposed, Captivating, and Delight. We all know Exposed is a big like fan favorite shade, but I really wanted to pick that up, and I'm going to be playing with those and trying them out. So one is a highlight, 4 are blushes. One seems more pinky, peachy, plummy, and like kind of that dusty neutral with the Exposed shade. So I'm really pumped to try that. Also from Tarte, I got an eye and a lip thing too, so this will probably be all rolled into one video coming up. But I got the Maracuja Juicy Lip Duos. It's basically 2 duos all together. I mean, you could keep them all for yourself, but when you take them out of this box, they each have like their own little to and from, and they would make cute little stocking stuffers, you know. But there's those full-sized Maracuja Juicy Lips inside, and I'm wearing this one, the what seemed to be the darkest one. It's the one called Wild Berry, and then with that you get Orchid. I think when I was reading about these, they said you're getting like a bestseller and then a new shade in each box. And then the shades in this other one are Petal and Coconut. Okay, so these end up being one of those products where it clicks up. It clicks up from the bottom, and you get like a little layer of product. Let me take out the one I used. You're gonna click up like it's a clicky pen, and then you get a small amount of product out there, and the entire surface of that product is gonna wear off on your lips. So you're gonna get a thickness, a real balmy lip treatment feeling thickness, but also some color as well. It's gonna be kind of like a tint of color though. These are not some of the most opaque things ever, but I have really enjoyed some of the ones that I already have. I have a color called Strawberry that I think is really pretty, and I really like this tone too. I kind of neatened up my line with a little bit of Raisin lip liner from Revlon, but they're super shiny, and it's the idea that like you click it up, and then whatever you clicked up is gonna wear down completely on your lips and kind of melt down on your lips. M Cosmetics has a similar product to this. If you're interested in that vibe, but something more opaque color-wise, you might look to them. But these are really sheer, easy, everyday kinds of lip products. So, I mean, if you're not in mask mode all day, this might be a nice thing to try. And then I got the 30 Second Eyes Shadow and Liner Trio. So each of these has an eyeliner and a shadow stick on here. So I haven't even opened this up yet. Let's see. This is what they look like, and you're gonna have a deep liner on one end. I wonder if all those liner shades are the same. Ooh, that's definitely a black in this rosy toned one. But I wanna test these, and I wanna see like, does the liner really lock in and last? How well do the shadow sticks last? Ooh, and a beautiful, it's so metallic, I'm not even sure if it's focusing in right here, but a pretty rose gold. It really does show, and it went on with hardly any pressure. Then this kind of camel looking color. What color do we have here for liner? Ooh, yay, a different color of liner. It looks like a brown with a little shimmer, and then a goldeny shadow stick. I'll hold my hand up in a second to show the swatches up close. And then this color shadow stick is like a champagne, really soft shade, much cooler than the last one. And the eyeliner looks like a cool, dark matte brown. When I saw that these were called 30 Second Eyes, I kind of thought, oh, really? And then I knew I wanted to try it and test that out. Again, it comes in a cute little box with the to from on the back if you wanted to gift this or pop it in a stocking. But I see myself doing sort of an eye, lip, and cheek Tarte review, because honestly, even when a big palette does come out, I'm not saying I won't try it, but this type of thing is a little more appealing to me. Oh, and also in my haul, it's not really holiday related, but I saw there were some new CoverGirl Clean Fresh products. There's this lip stylo. It just seems like a tinted balm here. has 0 scent, but it's from the Clean Fresh line, so that's probably why. It has a really soft reddish tint to it, but very, very subtle, and that's called Cherry Popcorn, and it says sheer. And then they have blush palettes, and I was really intrigued by all of them, but I just thought I'll just try one. I went for the Plum Blossom one because it looked the most vibrant, and check it out. I'm really excited about these. These seem actually super duper pigmented, maybe even more pigment than I'm gonna want, but I'm definitely gonna try them out. I like a bright blush sometimes, and I think maybe just a gentle dab in is probably gonna give me a really pretty blushed effect, so I'm pumped to try that. From Sephora, you guys, there is a new Hourglass palette, and it is gorgeous. It is made of like a different feeling material. It feels like metal, okay? And you're gonna see this little ridge around the outside, and every time I pick it up, I want to like open that top part, but no, it opens more from there, and magnetic closure, okay? So this is this year's Hourglass palette, the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe. You're getting this finishing powder called the Infinity Powder. I actually had that in a single before. The Strobe Blush in Vibrant Heat, the bronzer in Glistening Bronze Light. This blush is called Luminous Rose, and the strobe powder in Supernatural Strobe Light. And I am wearing all of those elements on my skin today. This finishing powder is actually really nice. It gives, maybe, I'm trying to decide if it gives just a gentle sheen, but not much. You know how these ambient lighting powders are. It's like, it's really hard to put your finger on exactly what finish it is. To the naked eye, it kind of looks matte, but then you can tell that there's something slightly different about it. But it is kind of nice and brightening. I ended up setting my under eye and T-zone with that powder, and I felt like it maintained a lot of my brightness. It seemed to mattify and just even out. And that's always a reason why I end up liking these palettes, is because they're not strictly blush, bronzer, highlight. It's like every powder element you might want. So you got that more matte powder. I used the bronzer as well. It seems fairly subtle, but really natural too. I've got that up around the hairline, and it's almost looking like kind of natural shadow created by my hair. Subtle contour. The blushes are stunning. I absolutely love those. I've got the more subtle of the two mostly on my cheeks, and then a little pop of the brighter one. Let me give a little more. This is like pink swirled with peach. Look at that gorgeous color. Oh, I love that so much. See, these are expensive palettes. To me, if I ever received something like this from someone, I'd be like, wow, this is a big time gift. And I keep my other one from last year still handy over here. This was the Sculpture palette, and I use this a lot, okay? Again, I find them to be super handy products because they incorporate something that can be used like a finishing powder or have a mostly matte effect, and then every other face color powder you might want. And they're really beautiful finishes. I mean, there's some glow in that blush, but it just looks heavenly. You know, it doesn't look tacky or like there's a bunch of frost on my skin. So this packaging is some of the most beautiful I think I've seen from them. So I didn't get a whole lot here from Sephora, but I noticed that Laneige had new lip sleeping masks, new holiday seeming scents, the Gingersnap and the Peppermint. And they also have a kit that incorporates these and I think like 2 more, but I already had those scents, so it just kind of made sense for me to go ahead and choose the only ones I didn't have in full size. Cost-wise, it was only a little bit more, but let's give these a whiff. Okay, so here's our peppermint. Oh, I can definitely tell it's minty. I'm gonna swirl my finger in it just to stir it up a bit. The mint is most definitely apparent, but it's not knocking me over the way the minty scent in one of those Too Faced lip colors was. That was very like clear your sinuses minty. This not quite as strong, but a person who enjoys mint might like that. And then let's check out the Gingersnap. Well, pot of fall right here. Okay. Ooh, like that. There's a sweetness to it, a teeny bit of spice, but more of like the baked goodness feel is coming through for me with that. More of like a cookie kind of scent, okay? Not overly like nutmeg, okay? By the way, why didn't I smell the fruitcake palette? Is it scented? I don't think so. If it is that what fruitcake's supposed to be? Oh, I'm trying real hard to detect something. Okay, they don't really seem like they're touting a smell with this one. If there's anything, My gosh, it's so barely there. Maybe just a little bit sweet. Usually when Too Faced scents something, you know it's there. It doesn't just like ease into the room and hang out by the wall, you know? Last thing I got from Sephora is not really a holiday thing. I mean, it certainly could be, but I saw Courtney Dryden talking about it and using it on TikTok, and I thought, I think I need to have this in my fall loving life. And it's the Wild palette from Huda. There are several different ones. Look how the front changes, by the way. Boop, boop, boop. This is the chameleon one, so the whole range is called Wild. And in her typical 9-color format, this is what it is. But I thought, gosh, you know, this blue in conjunction with some of these very typical like fall type colors could be so pretty. And you know, they do some different things with texture here. This one looks like a little bit of a snake skin vibe. Can you see that? This other one up here's got like a swirl of blue within the red, and that's probably going to give it maybe a little purpley vibe. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to try that. Again, that was just not super holiday, but heck, anything's a gift if you want it to be, right? Assuming it stays available. So this is where we're starting, guys, on holiday stuff. Although you might consider the Too Faced Cinnamon Swirl palette to be holiday. I've already got that review up. I'm going to continue to be all ears for anything else that comes out, and I hope that the comments section fills up with your requests of things maybe you've caught wind of that, like this is coming out or that's coming out. Trend Mood, you know, on Instagram is always like finding out what's releasing. So let me know what you're interested in. I know I'll be keeping my eyes out for anything holiday kit wise coming out from M Cosmetics. I have some recent new stuff that will definitely be in a video soon from them. I'm kind of eager to see if brands keep going small. Like this may be just Too Faced little small palette thing that they do, and then they'll do a bunch more big stuff because that's just how they roll. Oh, by the way, it's magnetizing nicely to my Hourglass palette. But I'll stay tuned for whatever they continue to crank out. The upcoming month is probably going to be full of a lot more releases, but I was just so excited I had to do this video. So thank you guys for joining in the fun with me, and I will see you again soon. I love you. Bye.